hazards. Welcome to the Respiratory Protection course. The purpose of this course is to instruct you on how to protect yourself from respiratory hazards you may encounter in the workplace. Consider that many people who once had healthy, strong lungs must now carry portable oxygen tanks as a result of workplace respiratory hazards. The causes of lung damage are numerous and include genetic diseases, use of tobacco products, environmental pollutants, and workplace hazards. The good news is that many occupational exposures can be prevented through engineering, administrative, and respiratory protection controls. In this training program, we will focus on the last line of defense against workplace respiratory hazards, respiratory protection equipment. From the list below, click on the lung conditions you think are work-related. Each day, approximately 3 million Americans use some type of respiratory protection on the job. Unfortunately, approximately 67,000 workers suffer adverse health effects each year that are attributed to their exposure to airborne hazardous substances. In response to this disturbing fact, the Occupational Safety and Health Administration, OSHA, has issued respiratory protection regulations that require employers to protect employees when hazardous substances are present in the air. The regulations require that respiratory protection be used if engineering and administrative controls are not effective or as an action to be taken while other controls are still being implemented. Upon successful completion of this training, you'll be able to specify why respiratory protection is necessary. Identify employer and employee responsibilities for respiratory protection. Identify the nature, extent, and effects of some common respiratory hazards that you may be exposed to. Identify the operation, limitations, and capabilities of respirators. Identify respirator selection procedures and practices. Specify proper respiratory use and inspection practices, recognize proper respirator maintenance, cleaning, and storage practices, and recognize respirator malfunction and follow-up procedures. There are many different types of atmospheric contaminants that can adversely affect your breathing, health, and life. Depending on the type of contaminant, its toxic effect might not show up for several years. The types of atmospheric contaminants are dust, mist and fogs, fumes, gases, vapors, pathogens, and oxygen deficiency. Go to the next screen to look at each type of atmospheric contaminants.